Ajay, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
So today, now that we have completed mathematical modeling, we have completed transfer function, then introduction part, then we have completed block diagram reduction method. Now we are going for the classical solution method and Laplace transfer method. Like
Okay, sir.
I have been telling that any system can be mathematical model. That means what any system can be represented by mathematical equation. And depending upon the complexity, it will be partial differentiation, etc. etc. Now, when you solve differential equation, you get two parts. That is, one part is called as the complementary solution, and another part is called as the particular solution. Complementary solution and particular solution. Okay. So, uh, there are different partial differentiation. This is one method. Another method is classical solution, and there is one more method that is Laplace transfer solution. So classical solution method is a little complex.
Yes, sir.
Today you woke up late or
Yes, sir. I got up little late.
that's why I thought I will disturb you at 9:30. And by that time our HOD came,
Acha.
which we were just discussing.
I woke up and then I remembered suddenly that is why.
So, nature of dynamic engineering system can be uh, by effecting a time solution of the system or transfer function using specified function. So you forget this now, first pair.
Okay.
Now, what is this classical solution of the system equation? The stability of the system is associated only with the transient response term. Now, only with the transient response term means see there are two parts. One part is called as the transient response, and another part is called as the steady state response. Right? So, as a control engineer, you have to see that the transient response is ideally it should take or it should not be there transient response, or it should take very little time, and your system should reach steady state in as early as possible. So that means stability of the system is associated with the transient response curve. Then roots of the characteristic equation. Roots of the characteristic
Getting one
equation
call.
means
1 minute.
that differential equation, which is the equation whose solution yields the complementary function, must be negative for the system to stable. So
Sir.
now, when you solve differential equation, you will
Hello.
get one complementary part and one particular solution. So that complementary function should be negative. Uh, I mean, the roots of the complementary function should be negative, so that indicates that the system is stable. Then you have Laplace transform solution of the system equation. So LDE means linear differential equation. A linear differential equation in time domain can be transformed to an equivalent algebraic function. So you can transform that LDA into Laplace operator domain solution, and for this you can take help of the tables. Help of the tables, right? So help of the tables
Yes, sir.
means I'll show you this. Uh, like you have readily available Laplace transforms. This so Laplace transforms associated with like this is theta o upon theta I. So this is say first order transfer function theta o upon theta I. So this is output upon input, that is k upon 1 plus ts, k upon 1 plus ts. So this is in Laplace domain. Wherever there is a s, no, means it is in Laplace domain. So this is your second order transfer function theta o upon theta I, that is output upon input is equal to k upon this k1 s square plus k2 s plus 1. So this is your Laplace operator s. So now f of s, this is your Laplace domain, and f of t, this is your time domain. So I will show you one or two derivation. That is, if the Laplace function is h by s, then in time domain it is h, and this is your step input. If Laplace function is h by s square, then in time domain it is ht. So that is what is your RAM. uh, Similarly, you have h upon omega plus s square upon omega. So this is in Laplace, and in time domain it will be h sine of omega t. So this is your sinusoidal input. So like that, you have different, uh, time domain functions, and correspondingly you have Laplace domain function. So these tables will be provided in the examination also, or if not table, then only the relevant function. Like suppose in the numerical, say only this sign input is asked, then corresponding Laplace function for that corresponding time input will be given instead of giving the entire domain, the entire table. uh, and you can see, as second order system, this is your zeta. So as the complexity into this, how complex your equation becomes. For example, now this is second order system. Zeta is nothing but the damping coefficient. Zeta is less than 1. Hmm. So second order system, zeta is less than 1. So response to the ramp input. So for that, in time domain you have function like this, and in Laplace domain you have this function. So this is a ready-made table wherein you can convert from Laplace to time and from time to Laplace.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you'll understand slowly. So Laplace transform or Laplace solution, it gives you both the solution. That is, it gives you transient response as well as it gives you um, steady state response. Like you have represented a system by say mathematical model, okay, or by a differential equation, and then you solve that differential equation. So in differential equation you will get two solutions. So one solution gives your transient response, and another solution that gives you steady state response. So by looking at the solution or by looking at the answer, you can estimate you can estimate that what will be your transient response, how long it will become for the system to go through the transient response and to become the system stable, and steady state response also, how long the system will remain in its steady state mode. Hmm? So that also you can predict from the when you solve the differential equation. There is so one method is classical solution method to find out the transient response and steady state response. Another method is Laplace method, which is more popular because this is short and fast. Then third method is your analog computer solution. Analog computer solution method. So in this is like your simulation. This is like your simulation method. So wherein on the computer you simulate your system. So there are softwares like MATLAB, Simulink, which are used uh, for simulating or for representing your control system. So you can simulate the system in a software. MATLAB is more popular, and you can predict the solution. You can predict the transient response and steady response. So there are three methods. One is classical solution, which is very lengthy. Then we have Laplace, which is very short and is popular. And this analog computer solution, you need to have a software. You need to have a software. So all these three methods gives you transient response and steady state response. Now I will show you like how to find out the response. Response means, remember, response means now control engineering में दो ही चीज है, that response. One is transient response and another is steady state response. Yes, इतना ही आपको and you have seen already that how to model that mathematical modeling, how to do from the basic equation as well as how to find out the transfer function by your block diagram reduction method. By your block diagram reduction method. Okay. So quantum engineering is nothing but about handling this transient response and steady state response. Transient response means your system will go through unstable state first, and steady state response means now your system is stable, it is steady. So as a control engineer, you have to see any system you design, that may be say automobile transmission system, steering system, aeroplane system, or your artificial system, or your AC board, humidification system, how fast it will go to steady state. So that is what can be found out by Laplace. So how it is done? So by definition, if you remember, Laplace of f of t is equal to Laplace of f of t is equal to, this is the definition of the Laplace of f of t is equal to integration, that is 0 to infinity f of t into e raised to minus st dt. This is definition, basic definition of Laplace transform.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
suppose if my input is a step input, if my input is a step input, that is a theta I is equal to h. If my input is step, that is theta I is equal to h. So what will be Laplace of h? Laplace of h will be equal to 0 to infinity. That is, this is the definition. So 0 to infinity. Now, what is my f of t? My f of t is nothing but h. So I will write h here into e raised to minus st into dt. Now h is what? A step input, that is a constant. So h will take it out. Okay, h. So h is out here. H integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into dt. Now what will be integration of e raised to minus st? That is your e raised to x. Integration of e raised to x is nothing but e raised to x upon derivative of x. So integration of this e raised to minus st dt will be e raised to minus st, and derivative of minus st with respect to time. So that will be derivative of minus st with respect to time will be minus s.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now you have to substitute these limits, that is 0 to infinity, 0 to infinity. So if you substitute these limits, then what you will get? If you have paper and pen, you can just try, you can just check.
Yes, sir.
So, so this minus s is not there, huh? Here. There is a mistake.
Okay.
So e raised to minus st upon minus s. So now minus s being constant, we are taking it out. Only variable is t. Since this is in time domain, it's a function of time. That is, your response is going to change with respect to time. So now
Yes,
s
sir.
minus s, we are taking it out. Now e raised to minus st into raised to infinity and 0, upper limit and lower limit. So this is the definite integral. So now you substitute infinity first in place of t. So e raised to minus st can be written as 1 upon e raised to st. So 1 upon e
Yes.
raised to st means 1 upon e raised to infinity. So that is nothing but 1 upon infinity. That is nothing but 0. 1 by infinity is 0. Now you
Yes, sir.
substitute 0 here. So e raised to t is equal to 0. First you put t is equal to infinity. Now you are substituting t is equal to 0. So e raised to 0, that is 1. Hmm? So 0 minus 1. So this will be minus 1. So this minus and this minus. So that will become h upon s. Do you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
For Sir, outside there is no minus, na?
Outside, now this minus s and this minus 1 will get cancelled, no? So you will get h by s.
Ah, okay, okay.
Okay, so when your input is h, your Laplace output will be h by s. This is what is shown here. This. Let's say in time domain, your input is h. In Laplace, you will get h by s by definition.
Yes, sir.
This is your step input. Is this clear? This first thing.
Yes, sir.
So you have step input, that is h, that is in time domain. Now h means some magnitude, like say 10 kg or 20 kg. This is what is called the step input. H means it's a magnitude step.
Yes,
Like
sir.
suppose I have given you two assignments today, and then suddenly uh, tomorrow I'll give another five assignments. So that is what is called the step input. Or suppose if somebody is carrying a load of say 10 kg on his head, huh, so suddenly we stop him and we put another 15 kg on his head. So that is what is called the step input. It's called the step input board. So that is in time domain. So उसका Laplace will be h by h. Now, now let us see if the input is ramp. Ramp input means it's a equation of the straight line, and that is given by ht. ht. So if the ramp input is ht, उसका Laplace you get it as h by s square. h by s square. So how do you get that? That is this now. So theta I is equal to ht. Now you just try to understand how did you got this. So Laplace of ht, by definition it is say this is f of t into, so this is the definition 0 to infinity f of t into e raised to minus ht. So what is my f of t? F of t is nothing but ht. F of t is nothing but ht into e raised to minus ht. Now
Yes,
just
sir.
see now just see whether you are what answer you are getting. Uh, this is to be solved by parts, integration by parts. Now इसमें h is a constant, as I told. H is nothing but some magnitude. So as is a 10 kg, 15 kg. It is nothing but some magnitude. So that we are taking it out. Uh, h. Now this is to be done integration by parts. That is t into e raised to minus 16. So this is your first part and this is your second part. Just see, you know integration by parts का formula, that is
Yes, sir.
integration of uv is equal to integration of uv is equal to u integration of v minus integration u dash into v.
Yes, sir.
So just apply that formula and just see what answer you get. So um, I will directly take you to the solution. How do you solve integration by parts? Integration of u into v is nothing but u integration v minus integration of u dash. U dash means derivative and again
Derivative.
integration of v. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let us take now this as u and v, first part and second part. So this is t into integration of e raised to minus st. So what is integration of e raised to minus st? We already got it, isn't it? That is e raised to minus st upon minus s. Hmm? And then put the limits 0 to infinity. Is this clear? This one?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Now, minus integration of 0 to infinity derivative of t. Derivative of t with respect to t will be 1. So 1 into integration of e raised to minus st upon, so 1 into e raised to e into e integration of e raised to minus st. So what will be integration of e raised to minus st? E raised to minus st upon minus s. Okay. So now
Yes,
what will be the answer? This is come. So this minus minus plus 1 minus is out, and again integration of e raised to minus st. So that will be again e raised to minus st upon minus s. So this becomes minus. Hope you understood this. Now here you
yes, sir.
substitute. So e raised to minus st will be 1 by e raised to st plus. So 1 by
Yes, sir.
infinity. So that will be 0. That will be 0 first part. And second part, when you substitute 0 here, e raised to 0. Alright.
Yes, sir.
That is when you substitute 0 here, you are multiplying by 0. So second part also becomes 0. So from here, that is this is your first step. From here you can go to this directly this part, and then from here you are substituting 0 infinity. So here you are
Okay, sir.
getting now 1 upon minus s into bracket 0 minus 0. Right? Minus
Yes,
of.
sir.
Now let us substitute here. Let us substitute here. So s being constant, we are taking it out. So minus 1 by s square, that is out. Then into bracket now e raised to minus st is nothing but 1 upon e raised to plus st. So 1 by e raised to infinity, that is 0. So the first part becomes 0 minus, now we are substituting t is equal to 0. So that is e raised to 0, that is 1. So 0 minus 1. Now this
Yes, sir.
minus minus becomes plus. So that will be minus 1 upon s square, and you have h out, isn't it? H is
Yes,
out.
sir.
So minus of h upon h square. So this is your Laplace of ht. That is when you input is ht, your Laplace of ht will be minus of h upon s square. Means suppose if we are given input in time domain as say 3t, that is Laplace of 3t will be 3 by s square. Laplace of 3t will be 3 by s square. If you have been given input as say 3, only 3, a constant value. So Laplace of 3 will be 3 by s. Laplace of 3 will
Yes,
be
sir.
3 by s. Laplace of 4 will be 4 by s. Laplace of 3t will be 3 by s square. Right? So this is what is stated here in the table. Like suppose if we have input ramp input of say ht, then इसका Laplace will be h by s square. Let us see if my input is say h sine of omega t. If my input is h sine omega t, here now it is. So in time domain, suppose if my input is h sine omega t, so how to get Laplace of h sine omega t? So again it is same. The method is same here. That is you have to go by the definition. Right? So finally your Laplace of h sine omega t will be hk upon s into 1 plus ts, where h is some magnitude, k is a constant, s is a Laplace operator, and t is a time period. Fine. So if
Yes,
your
sir.
time functions are simple, if your time functions are simple, then you can find out the Laplace very easily. But when it becomes complicated, when it becomes complicated like this, like suppose your time domain is k by t e raised to minus t to t by t, then it becomes lengthy and tedious to find out the Laplace domain. So that time, in such cases, you can use these standard tables, and you can get these results directly from the tables. So in order to save the time, these results are given directly in the examination.
Okay, sir.
I hope you are getting it. Huh?
Yes, sir.
then you know, like this is if it is x dot, if there is a dot on the top, then this means it is first derivative. If there are two dots, means it means it's a second derivative,
Double derivative.
double derivative. This will be required when you do state space modeling. See now, this is my input. That is say theta. uh, this is my input. That is say theta I is equal to x sin omega t. And let us say this is my output. Theta O.
Yes,
So
sir.
my input is like this. Okay. So initially in transient response, the output is not steady. Now in steady state response, let's say my output is steady. Hmm? So at any
Yes, sir.
given time, say this is say theta I is S here. Look at this. So this is say theta I is equal to S sin omega t here. And let's say this is my theta O. So first part is transient, and then second part is your steady state response. So at any given time, you can find out the error. How much is the error between input and output? Let's say x-axis is t, time t, and y-axis is your response. So if I want to find out what is the status at say t is equal to whatever it is, t is equal to 15 seconds or t is equal to 20 seconds, what is the status? So this is the difference. Okay, this is the difference. Or at this time, suppose this is the difference. Or at this time, say this is the difference. I said. Hmm? So as a control engineer, uh, you have to see that the difference is first thing is that what you have to see that this difference is minimum minimum as possible, or ideally it should be zero, this difference. And if not zero, then you have to suppose if there is some error, say delta, hmm, then as a control engineer you have to see that this error remains same constant throughout. That is, for example, suppose my expected RPM is say 3000 RPM, 3000 expected output side, mein, I want 3000. But if I am getting 2990, that is fine as long as it remains steady over a period of time. I should always get 2990. If it is fluctuating, see, I will prefer 2990 which is remaining steady over a period of time. I will prefer that instead of going for 2997 where the error is less, but the 2997 is fluctuating. 2997, 3001, 3002, 32998. So even the error is less, it is not steady. Understand, no? So I will
Yes,
not
sir.
prefer this. I will not prefer this. Exactly. So this is the theta I, h sin omega t, and theta O. So we have represented a system by mathematical modeling, and this is a classical solution method. This is your classical solution method. So in classical solution method, you will get steady state output by this. See, when you solve the differential equation, you get two parts. One part is your complementary part, another part is your transient part. Or in a simple language, we'll say one part is your transient and another part is your steady state. So now this is your transient part and this is what is your steady state part. Theta O1, theta O1 is your steady state response and this is your transient response. So as a control engineer, this part should become zero as early as possible so that the system, you know, reaches steady state very fast. So you have to always see that Hmm. How do I make this part 0 at the earliest? So if my theta I is x sin omega t, then my steady state response, that is theta on, is given by this relation, that is v into sine of omega t minus phi, v into sine of omega t minus phi,
Yes.
where v is equal to hk omega t upon 1 plus omega square t square, and phi is again represented by some tan function that I will show you. So what I am trying to tell in frequency response analysis, it provides a way to describe the nature of the dynamic system without having to develop full solution. Matlab you don't have to develop the entire solution. You have to just look at the result. Frequency response data can be plotted in linear, Cartesian, polar, and logarithmic forms. So linear Cartesian, you know, that is our normal x and y. Polar also, you know, that is in terms of r, that is radius, and in terms of theta, that is your polar response. And logarithmic plot, that we will see when you do Bode plot. So here we use a logarithmic scale. Logarithmic plot, we use logarithmic scale. Like when the data is very huge, when the data is very large, so that time it becomes very difficult to accommodate on your Cartesian system. So in such cases, you go for logarithmic plot. You represent your data by logarithmic scale. Then you have polar plot, which contains both phase and amplitude. Phase means angle, and amplitude is nothing but some magnitude. Okay. So slowly you will come to know what are these plots, what is frequency response. Then if transfer function of the system is known, then frequency response can be found by substituting j omega for d. Like in the transfer function we have d, that is a differential operator. So for that we can substitute j omega. So what I am trying to tell you that there are three methods, to find out the steady state response. That is classical solution method, and it is applicable only for first order because it is very lengthy. For the first order itself, the solution goes to 7 to 8 pages. Then you have Laplace method. So Laplace method, it converts the time domain to get a response into
Yes.
Laplace domain. Then you have analog method. So in analog method, you are doing simulations. So when you are simulating, you have to represent the variable by some electrical voltages. So as I said, this is what is your second degree equation, and from this second degree equation, your transfer function, which is nothing but the output upon input, that is nothing but this k upon k1 t square plus k2 t plus 1. So you have to remember your differential equation is the solution is in two parts, that is theta 1 plus theta 2. There are two parts. One part is your particular solution. Particular solution is nothing but the steady state response, and theta O2 is called as the complementary solution, which gives you transient. Now here you have direct results. Like I
Yes.
told you, Laplace may, if the output is h, then इसमें Laplace में you get, like sorry, if the input is h, then in Laplace you get h by s. If it is ht, then you get h by s square. So like that, In classical solution method, if my input is h, then my theta ohm, that is steady state response or particular solution, steady state response or particular solution is hk, is hk.
Yes, sir.
Then the transient part or the complementary part is given by this, that is minus hk into e raised to minus t by capital T. And then theta O is nothing but the total solution, that is theta O1 plus theta O2, that is this plus this. So if we add this and this, so you can take hk common. So that will be 1 minus e raised to minus 2 upon capital T.
Yes, sir.
Right? If my input is ramp input, this is your steady state wave, my input is ramp input, that is ht. Then my particular solution, that is steady state response is this, my transient response is this, and if you add this and this, then you get this. And similarly, if my input is sinusoidal, that is say h sin omega t, then I get this hk sin of omega t, where phi is, now what is phi? Phi is nothing but polar, it is for the phase angle. So that is given by phi is equal to tan inverse of omega t, or I can say tan of phi will be omega t. So tan of phi is equal to omega t means tan of phi is equal to omega t upon 1, isn't it? So,
Yes, sir.
so it can be represented like this: tan of phi is equal to omega t upon 1. So the hypotenuse will be under root of 1 plus omega square t square. Root square of this and square of this. 1 plus omega square t square. So from this you can get sin of phi as opposite upon hypotenuse, that is nothing but omega t upon root of 1 plus omega square t square. So you get sin of. Similarly, you can get cos of phi also. Cos of phi is equal to adjacent upon hypotenuse, that is 1 upon root of 1 plus omega square t square. Alright.
Yes, sir.
So if my input is h sin of omega t, so I get my theta 1 like this, theta O2 like this, and then theta O is nothing but addition of this and this. Now here these are the graphs. So these graphs are based on these equations. So let us study one by one now. Here. Now theta O1 is hk. So how you will represent this? Theta O1 is hk. Now this is a constant. H is also constant and k is also constant. That means h
Yes,
into
sir.
k will be a constant, isn't it? So that constant can be
Yes, sir.
shown like this. बराबर है? On the graph, constant can be shown like this. See, this is on the y-axis there is a response, and on the x-axis we are taking time. Isn't it? Now response is two response. One is transient response and another is steady state response.
Yes, sir.
So this hk is a constant. Hk is constant. It will be shown like this. So this is your steady state response or particular solution. So it is remaining constant. Now my transient response, that is this theta O2, transient response theta O2. So what is the equation? Minus hk e raised to minus t upon t. Okay. So how to plot this? So when t is equal to 0, when t is equal to 0, what will be my theta O2? T is equal to 0, so e raised to 0. So e raised to 0 is 1. So this value will be minus hk. Did you got this? This will be minus hk, isn't it? So now consider this.
Yes.
So minus hk will be this. Correct, no? Minus hk will be
Yes,
this.
sir.
And then as you change t, this being exponential graph, it will be in this direction, e raised to minus t upon t, and this value being, so you go on substituting values, t is equal to 1, t is equal to 2, so this graph will be like this. Okay, so this is your transient response and this is your steady state response. Alright,
Yes,
so
sir.
as we add this, that is theta 1 plus theta 2, so we get this hk into. So this is what is the combination graph, theta O output. That is, if you add this, when t is equal to 0, when t is equal to 0, you have steady state response as hk and transient response as minus hk. So what is the total response? Minus hk plus hk, that is 0. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And then you go on adding, that is at particular time say t, you add this plus this. So you'll always get a positive value. You always get a positive value. So this graph will be like this, or you substitute one substituting the values of t here and plot this. Simple. Now coming to this ramp input, when the input is ramp, that is say ht. The input is ramp, that is say ht. Then how does the graph becomes? Now theta O1, this is your steady state response and this is your transient response. So let us see how the transient response is theta O2. Theta O2 was there. So when t is equal to 0, so t is equal to 0 मतलब क्या आएगा? This will be e raised to 0. That means this is 1. So what will be this value? This value will be hkt when t is equal to 0. So when t is equal to 0, this value will be hkt. And then this will be going down exponentially as you go on changing the values. ये आपका theta O2 है. Theta O2 is nothing but the transient response. Now look at this theta O1, that is steady state response. This. Now when t is equal to 0, जब t is equal to 0, तो तभी आपका रिस्पॉन्स क्या रहेगा? माइनस एच के टी, माइनस एच के टी, दैट इज दिस माइनस एच के टी. Correct? And then it will be a straight line. This is not an exponential. This is going to be a straight line.
Yes, sir.
This is going to be a straight line. This is going to be a straight line.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you add this, if you add this, in order to get the output theta O, if you add this, so HKT and minus HKT, so that becomes 0 first, alright? And my output, that is go on adding, then it will become, you will get it like this. If you substitute the values, different values, then you are going to get like this. And then this is theta I is equal to ht का line. Theta I is equal to ht. Means this is what my input is. Theta is equal to ht. ये मेरा input है. And it's a straight line. This is like a y is equal to mx. आपका y is equal to mx जैसा है. बराबर है. So my input is
Yes,
like this. Correct. And my output is this, isn't it? Output is this. Output is given by this equation. Output is given by this equation. Correct? output is given by this equation, and input is theta is equal to ft, that is y is equal to mx. So at any given time t, you can find out the error. Okay, so suppose my time t, I have taken suppose at this time t, so I will project it. So at time t is equal to phi. So what is my theta at phi h? And what will be my theta o? You have to substitute, or you can measure from here. You can project it here. So this is the error, isn't it? This is the error. So you can find out from this graph when my input is equal to output, isn't it? That is at which point this graph intersects this line, that is this over here. At that point, my input is exactly output, isn't it? And this is what you want, correct? Are you understanding
Yes,
this?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Similarly, here also, here what is my input? My input is h, isn't it? And this is my output. So this is my input h, a constant input h, and this is my output theta 4. So the error, you know, at any given time t, you can find out the error. Alright, now when my input is say h sine of omega t, this is all done by ये जो results है ना, this is all done by classical solution method, and this is not in your scope, because if you want to find out this, it is at least a solution of 7 to 8 pages, so that has been removed
Okay, sir.
because the term being very short. So you have to just remember the results, direct results. Direct results याद रखो.
Okay, sir.
So if my input is h sin omega t, my steady state response is given by particular solution by this equation hk sin of omega t. Then this is my transient solution, that is given by a complementary part, and here for total. So now how do I represent? So theta O2 is nothing but transient. Transient response is here. Okay. So now when t is equal to 0, t is after when t is equal to 0, you substitute t is equal to 0. So here is to 0, that is 1. Alright. So if you substitute, then what you will get? There is no square root here. So what you will get here? E raised to 0, that is 1. So you will get hk omega t upon hk omega t upon 1 plus omega square t square into, so this value is nothing but ये जो value है, that will be nothing but hk omega t upon 1 plus omega square t square, and then this is again an exponential, so it will go on decreasing like this. Now coming to steady state response. So steady state response, now you substitute t is equal to 0, t is equal to 0. So you will get t is equal to 0. So here becomes sine of minus pi. So sine of minus pi will be nothing but what is sine of minus theta? That is minus sine theta. Correct.
Yes, sir.
So this becomes now hk sine of phi is minus sine phi. So this will be minus hk sine of phi upon under root of 1 plus omega square t square. So अभी जो sin of phi है, sin of phi is nothing but this omega t upon root of 1 plus omega square t square, isn't it? So you
Yes, sir.
substitute that. So what will happen? Here you will get omega t, and this square root and this square root will get cancelled, and in the denominator you will get 1 plus omega square t square. So that is nothing but this. So when t is equal to 0, you will get this answer, minus hk omega t upon 1 plus omega square t, and then it goes like this. So the total response theta output will be combination of this. That is when t is equal to 0, what is the output? Hk omega t upon 1 plus omega square t square, and so this and this. Uh, this part is not there. This. When t is equal to 0, this becomes 1. So please ignore this. So you have
Okay,
only
sir.
this much. Hk omega t upon 1 plus omega square t, and this is minus. So these are same. So you will get cancelled and you will get 0 here, and so on. Okay. So this is what is
Yes,
called
sir.
the classical, solution method. So in which you get two output. One is your steady state response and another is your particular response, right? Now this is one example. You know. So in this example, you have been given transfer function by this like this theta o upon theta I is equal to 3 upon 1 plus 2d. Because theta o upon theta I is given as 3 upon 1 plus 2d. This is a first order system. First order system. So if you compare with this first order system, the transfer function is given by k upon 1 plus td, capital T. So if you compare this, you will get k is equal to 3. Then capital T is equal to 2. Alright. So k
Yes,
is
sir.
nothing but a time constant and t is nothing but the time period. Time period means the time required to complete one cycle. And small t is nothing but the instantaneous time, that is at any given time t. And capital, this is the difference, small t and capital T. Capital T means time period. टाइम पीरियड मतलब एक साइकिल कंप्लीट करने के लिए हाउ लॉन्ग इट टेक लाइक सपोज फ्रॉम योर होम यू आर कमिंग टू कॉलेज एंड देन फ्रॉम बैक कॉलेज टू द होम ओके सो दैट इज व्हाट suppose if you are taking 1 hour so that is your cycle time capital T and instantaneous time means moment you leave your house your parent asks after say 5 minutes where are you after 10 minutes where are you have you reached or not so that is what is small t is so
Yes, sir.
you have k upon 1 plus t. Now this is given, that is step input h is equal to 1 and omega is nothing but you know that is angular frequency, that is in radians per second. So h is equal to 1, that is your input, then this is your angular frequency, omega is equal to 3, k is equal to 3, that is your constant, time constant, and t is equal to 2, that is your time period. So you can find out if h is equal to 1, you can find out by substituting. uh, You can find out theta out. Now that is simple. Steady
Yes, sir.
state, if it is a step input, h is equal to 1, it is simple. Right? Now let us work out if it is a sinusoidal input. Now this has been given sinusoidal input as sine of 2t. This is given. So we will concentrate more on this. Why? Because the step input h and the ramp input that is ht, it is simple. So let us focus on sinusoidal input sine of 2t. So now you compare this. How the sinusoidal input is given? It is given by h sine of omega t. Sinusoidal input is given by h sine of omega t. So if you compare with this, the value of omega will be 2 and value of h will be 1. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now you have to just so now you have values, various values which you have to substitute in this. What is the value of h? 1. What is the value of k? That is 3. Right? Then what is the value of omega? That is value of omega is how much? Here sine of omega t. Na? So value of omega is
2.
isn't it?
Sir.
What is the value of capital T? It is again 2. Okay, so these values you have to substitute in this equation. So h you know, k you know, omega you know, t you know, everything you know, and phi also you know from this equation. Phi is equal to tan inverse of omega t. So now only variable is small t, correct? Only variable is small t. So now this
Yes, sir.
small, so you have to plot the graph now for various values of small t. uh, you can get the output, बराबर है? So इसमें ऐसा ही किया. Now you have to see that This value is tan inverse of phi. You have to see that phi is in, you know, radian. Huh? So this is all the constant values you can write here, and so that becomes very easy, and you can use calculator. You can substitute this equation. So every now you don't have to calculate. So then you just go on changing the values of small t, and you get the output, and then you plot the graph like that. It is. Huh? So this you can practice it as a homework. Like I have given in block diagram reduction, I have given one as a homework. So similarly, this also you can take it as a homework. Huh? So homework may
Yes, sir.
now you have to find out the output for various type of input. Huh? So now first is your step input. So step input may they have given the value of h as 0.5 inch, 0.5 inch. So you have to plot the graph. Okay, 0.5 inch. So how you will plot the graph? So it is again simple. You have to use this equation. Hmm? You have to use
Yes,
this
sir.
equation. And you know the value of k, and you know the value of capital T, isn't it? What is the value of k? This is 3. It is for this equation. Once equation this theta O upon theta I is equal to 3 upon 1 plus 2. So k is 3 and t is 2. Why k is 3 and t is 2? Because the first order function is given by this k upon 1 plus t, k upon 1 plus t. So you get k as 3 and t as 2 like this. So you know k, you know capital T, you know h which is given. So for various values of small t, you can get the values of theta O. So this is a solution. Okay, so this is what you have got. This solution has been tried on MATLAB.
Okay, sir.
On MATLAB. So this is my output and this is my input, a constant input. So at any given time t, I can find out. So अभी देखो, what is the significance of this graph? My transient response, and this is my steady state response. Transient response means up to here. So it takes around say small t. Here it is say zero point 0.5 and this is 1 seconds. So it takes around 0.75 or zero point 0.8 seconds to pass through the transient response, or I can say it takes around zero point 0.8 seconds to reach to the steady state response. Zero point 0.8 seconds. Okay, then afterwards it becomes steady. It becomes steady. The system becomes steady, but with an error. With an error. How much is the error? So here now, see, ये कितना है? This. I think this is say 1.4, 1.6. So this is somewhere around say 1.5. So 1.5 and this is zero point 0.5. So the system, what is the conclusion from this graph? That the system is steady and will become steady in zero point 0.7 seconds, but with an error of 1, 1 inch, 1.5 minus zero point 0.5. But that is okay. Hmm? As long as I am
Yes, sir.
getting my system is steady, it is appreciated. Huh? It should not fluctuate. It should not fluctuate. The error we can compensate. Uh, Error we can compensate. Like now, I know that error is plus 1, so I can subtract plus 1. I can, so that the defect
Yes,
of
sir.
error will be ignored. Now this is theta is equal to ht. So this graph we have obtained in MATLAB. So theta is equal to ht, and this is what we have got after substituting for various values of small t. I hope you are understanding this what I am teaching. Okay.
Yes, sir.
तो ये जो
Yes, sir.
थीटा आई इज इक्वल टू एच टी, इसका ग्राफ है, ठीक है। तो थीटा आई
हाँ.
इज इक्वल टू एच टी का ग्राफ is this, and यहाँ पर देखो, so now the system will never reach a steady state. देखो इसमें क्या हो रहा है, एरर यहाँ पे जीरो हो जाता है इन दिस केस, यहाँ पे इनपुट इज इक्वल टू आउटपुट, नाउ दिस इज व्हाट माय आउटपुट इज, and this is what my input is, so this error is going on increasing as the time t increases, correct? So this is not advisable, correct? अभी ये मेरा एच साइन ऑफ ओमेगा टी, दिस इज, ये जो मैंने सॉल्यूशन दिया, दिस एच साइन ऑफ ओमेगा, तो एच साइन ऑफ ओमेगा टी इज दिस, ओके।
Yes, sir.
ये जो कंटिन्यूअस लाइन है दैट इज माय इनपुट लाइन, ओके, और जो डॉटेड दिख रहा है दैट इज योर आउटपुट थीटा ओ, ओके। सो एच साइन ऑफ ओमेगा टी सब्स्टिट्यूट करके यू विल गेट दिस ग्राफ, okay, and theta o may, if you substitute the various values of t that is over here, okay, you are going to get this graph. So at any time, like say when t is equal to 1 2 3 4 seconds, so what is the error? So this is the error. So you can draw a line, a transient response over here. How much is my transient response going to last, and when my steady state response will begin? So that also you can determine from this equation. From this equation. This, so that was your classical solution method. So now let us do few sums based on the Laplace. So to what I will tell you that any system can be mathematically modeled. Then that mathematical equation can be,
Yes, sir.
you know, um, differential equations are used. Linear differential equations are used for modeling the system, for modeling the system. When you solve this differential equation, you get two solutions. One is called as a particular solution, another is called as the complementary solution. Particular solution is nothing but your steady state response, and complementary is nothing but your transient response. You can get these solutions by three methods. One is classical solution. So classical solution may we saw the, you know, big formulas. The other by Laplace and third by analog formula. So I give you one example, you know, this, and I also give you the solution.
Yes,
Solution obtained from MATLAB. You know, no MATLAB software.
yes, sir. Yes.
Heard of it. So this is in MATLAB you can get this. You can solve this equation. In MATLAB you can also get root locus. You can get Bode plot. You will come to know what is this root locus and Bode plot. There are stored functions like root locus. So find the root locus. Like there is a command for the graph, that is plot. There is a command to plot the graph. So similarly, there is a command to get the root locus, to get the Bode plot. So directly you can get it in the MATLAB. I give you an example, one example, wherein your theta I is h, then theta I is ht, and then theta I h sin omega t. And for that we also saw the response. We saw whether the system will reach steady state. Yes, in this case. Here no, and here yes. The system is reaching a steady state as the t increases. Here it will never be, and here it has become very fast. The system has become, you know, steady. System has reached steady state response very fast.
Yes, sir.
So now let us discuss about Laplace. So this is what a transfer function for a particular system is given, theta o upon theta I. is equal to say k upon AD square plus AD plus 1. Okay, so now we'll first so we have to find out the response in time domain form for an input disturbance in RAM. मतलब input is now RAM input, and RAM input is given by theta I is equal to HT. Theta is equal to HT, right? So now, for
Yes.
what we have to do, we have to convert this into Laplace domain. Your time domain, this is for the time domain, that we have to convert it into Laplace domain. So how do I convert? You will just write Laplace of theta O upon Laplace of theta I is equal to k upon. You have to replace this differential operator d by Laplace operator s, as square plus bs plus 1. Now what will be the Laplace of theta O? That is, I want output. So that is equal to Laplace of theta I. Okay, this will come here into k upon a s square plus b s plus a into k upon a square plus b s plus a. Alright. Now what is my theta I? Theta I is nothing but h into t. Theta is nothing but h. So what is Laplace of theta I? So what is Laplace of ht? We have seen, isn't it? Laplace of ht is h by s square. We have also proved Laplace of ht is h by s square. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
So now what I will write here, you need to have this equation. In this equation, Laplace of theta O is equal to Laplace of theta I. So here I will write h upon h square, correct, into k. So this will be as it is, a square plus b square. Now this can be factorized into two parts. A square you have, because this is a quadratic equation. Okay, so this can be factorized into two parts. 1 plus p1s and 1 plus p2s, or p2s. 1 plus p1s. Isn't it? This is a quadratic equation, so it will factorize.
Yes, sir.
Now you have to see. Now this is what is my Laplace form. So now again I have to bring it into time domain form. So how to bring it into time domain form? Either I will go by the definition of the Laplace, or I will use the table, standard table. So standard table में देखो, now this is s square into 1 plus t1s into 1 plus t2s. Yes, this is not b. So standard table में it conforms to rule number 14. Rule number 14 here. My Laplace form is hk upon s square into 1 plus t1s into 1 plus t2s. ये मेरा Laplace है. इसका टाइम डोमेन में I will get this directly. This result. So this now I will substitute time domain. Okay, so my answer will be this hk into, so my output theta O is equal to hk into bracket hk into bracket. अभी इसका आंसर है 1 upon s square, and this we got it from the table as p minus this and s. So this is what my time response to the time input, to the ramp input is. Now from this you understand. From this you understand particular solution and steady form. So what will be my particular solution? My particular solution will be this. Okay, and my steady state solution will be this. So particular solution will be given by this, and steady state solution will be given by this. And then from this you can infer, as the value of t changes, what will be the response. Let us study one more. So now
Yes,
response in Laplace form is given by, let's say, this. Theta O is equal to s plus 3 upon s square plus 3s plus 2. So find the responsive time domain. So now here what I have done, इसको factorize किया, s square plus 3s plus 2. That is s plus 2, s plus 1. Now I am doing now partial factorization. So a upon s plus 2 plus b upon first s plus. So I got the values of a and b. Okay. So now theta os. Now a का value I got -1 and b का value I got it is 2. Okay, so now instead of this I will write like this: -1 upon s plus 2 plus 2 upon s plus 1. That is theta o s in Laplace domain. Theta o s is equal to 0. Now again I will convert it into time domain. Huh? So how to get it? Now this I can write this as 1 plus ps. So if I want to write it as 1 plus ps, I will take 2 common, 2 out. So this will become 2 out means 1 by 2 into s by 2 plus 1. And similarly here to 1 plus ts का फॉर्म है. So now this confirms to table में देखो rule number 4. Rule number 4 is k upon 1 plus ts. So इसका जो टाइम डोमेन फॉर्म है that is nothing but k by t into e raised to minus k upon t. K by t into e raised to minus k upon t.
Yes, sir.
So now you have values, various values. Uh, you have various values. So that you substitute. That you substitute. Compare करके. So if you compare now here, this is 1 plus ts. So what is the value of t? The value of t will be half, isn't it? Are you
Yes, sir.
understand? T. And what is the value of k? Value of k will be minus half. That is this here, minus half. बराबर ना?
Yes,
See,
sir.
this you have to compare with k upon 1 plus ts. जो रूल है ना k upon 1 plus ts. Just now I told you
Ah,
this. रूल नंबर 4 k upon 1 plus ts. इसका टाइम डोमेन क्या है? k upon t e raised to minus t upon t. Okay, so k is equal to minus half. इसका टाइम डोमेन is this minus half into that is what is the time domain इसका k upon t e raised to minus t upon t. So k upon t e raised to minus t upon t. So k is minus half. Then e raised to minus t upon capital T. So capital T is half. So divide by half means it will go like this. ऐसे. Similarly, this
yes,
is
sir.
also k upon 1 plus ts का form है. K upon 1 plus ts. So value of k is 2. Hmm? And value of capital T is 1. Hmm? So what is the time domain for this? Time domain for this is again same k upon t into e raised to minus t upon t. So you have to put that values. So finally in time domain, this is the response you will get in time domain. That is minus half upon now t is again half, so half will get cancelled. So it will be minus e. This will be minus t e raised to minus 2t plus 2 into e raised to minus t. Minus e raised to minus 2t plus 2 into e raised to minus t. So now you have to find out इसमें से कौन सा steady state रहेगा and कौन सा transient. Okay. So finally I am getting this e raised to minus 2t plus 2 into e raised to minus t. So if now time changes to infinity, like here now t. So when t is 0, that is this answer will be 0, this one will be 0. Huh? Now as the time is increasing, so this will become now 2 into 1 upon e raised to t positive, and this is 1 upon e raised to 2t, right? So you have to decide now which will be transient and which will be steady state. This is homework for you.
Okay, sir.
Again, one more. Now this is what is given. Response in Laplace form is given like this. Find the time response. Now यहाँ पे they have given directly. Laplace to this conversion has been given directly. So again you will factorize this. So a upon a plus b upon s plus 2 plus c upon s plus 4 using partial fraction method. Have you understood this? ये कैसा आया?
Yes, sir. हाँ.
हाँ. Okay. So now you compare this numerator so that you will get the values of a, b, c. Basic maths. आपका partial fraction method का. And you know, I hope you know how to find out the values of a, b, c.
हाँ, yes.
Okay, so I got now I'll skip this. So I got values of A, B, and C as this. B is equal to -2, C is equal to 0.5, and A is equal to 1.5. So I'll substitute here now. 1.5 upon S, -2 upon S plus 2. यहाँ पे substitute किया and C 0.5 upon S plus 4. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now you have to bring it into time domain. Okay, so now this is your h by s. ये आपका h by s का फॉर्म हो गया. So उसका टाइम डोमेन क्या रहेगा? h, that is nothing but 1.5. बराबर है. Now this is your this form k upon 1 plus ts. K upon 1 plus 2, and this is also k upon 1 plus 2. So k upon 1 plus 2 का टाइम डोमेन क्या है? k upon t into e raised to minus t upon t. Okay. So -2 into e raised to -2 ये आपको मिल जाएगा plus 0.5 into e raised to -2. So now from here you can say that your transient response will be this part and steady state response will be 1.5. This is what is the steady state response. Now I will tell you this how to how to infer how to infer this, how to conclude. Now you go on substituting the value. ये देखो this is क्या है तुम्हारा आपका 1 upon e raised to 2t and 1 upon e raised to 4t, correct? Minus जो है वो. Now you go on substituting t का value. Okay, you go on substituting t का value like e raised to, so you can say that as t raised to as t increases this becomes 0, isn't it? As t increases this becomes 0. Alright, so that means this is what is your transient response. So I can find out the value of this should be 0 and what is the corresponding time t. Are you getting it what I am saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, what I have to find out the value of t from these two. ये जो दो पार्ट है from this I have to find out the value of t.
हाँ.
Okay. So how do I find out value of t? This plus this should be equal to 0. So I will get the value of t. Understand, no?
Yes, sir.
And that is my transient response.
Okay.
And this is my steady state response. Okay. So I will get when my transient at some value of t, the transient response. The system will go from transient response to steady state response. So steady state response will be this 1.5, which is going to remain steady. But after what time? After some time t. And how to find out t? When my transient response becomes 0. That is when this plus this becomes 0. So this is how you have to infer. Huh? So इसमें भी also, like say this is my final answer. So ये जो constant मिलता है that indicates your steady state और बाकी का जो है that indicates your transient. Understand? Everywhere it is like this. Now here, so this is a final answer. Theta O is equal to this. So what is my steady state? Steady state response is state. Okay, and my this is what my transient response is. So I can find out the value of t when my this becomes 0. After that, I am going to get this state. I said, like that it is. Okay, so you can. I am uploading this. I am sorry, not uploading. I will mail this So you can go through this, that is from this page onwards, and then we will have class tomorrow also. So tomorrow we will complete this Laplace. Is that okay? So I am giving you a
Yes,
break.
sir.
So today you go through this, and then whatever you have now we can clear it, and tomorrow we will clear this Laplace. Laplace. So this is another 10 marks ka weightage. So shall we stop
Okay, sir.
now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
tomorrow morning I have other lecture, I think one.
Sorry,
Tomorrow morning I have CAD lecture.
you have CAD.
Lecture.
What time?
It is not confirmed, I think, but mostly 9 o'clock only.
Who is taking?
Sudhakar, sir.
Sudhakar sir. Okay. So usually he takes at 10 o'clock, no?
So I don't know because he didn't confirm. I'll ask him.
Okay. So if you can give me 9 o'clock, no, we can finish this in half an hour or 45 minutes. If you start at 9 o'clock dot, huh? And then you
Okay,
can request him to take at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, say 10, 11, 12, whatever he wants. I want only 1 hour maximum to finish
okay,
this.
sir.
Huh?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, so you can just request him.
Yes, sir.
Alright? Huh?
Yes,
I
sir.
don't think he will mind it. Huh? Then
Yes,
you
sir.
let me know. So if he is taking
Yes, sir.
from 9 to 10, 1 hour, then I will take it at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Huh?
Okay,
Alright?
sir. I'll tell you. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Welcome.